Peace, y'all. It's your healing homegirl and travel bestie Sage, back again with another YouTube video. By the title of this video, I am going to be going into what it is like living abroad at 25 years old, how I mustered up the audacity to even have enough courage to do so, and how I did it, where I am, and why I chose to make this decision. So I will get into the how at the end of the video, so please stay tuned because that is going to be the most pivotal part and what people ask me the most. How did you do it? How did you do it? So be sure to stay to the end. So where am I? I am in Puerto Viejo, Costa Rica, in the Limon province. So it's different here than in the United States, because in the States we have states. In Costa Rica we have provinces, which are like states, are areas more so. But there are a lot of very popular places in Costa Rica. You have Guanacaste on the Pacific coast, you have Jaco, you have Uvita, you have San Jose, which is the capital. In the city, kind of central area, you have Sarapiquí in the mountains, La Fortuna with the volcanoes. But why did I choose Puerto Viejo, right? So number one, black people. This is my truth, okay? I love to be around melanated individuals. I love the energy that they bring. I am one, obviously, and that was important to me, to be going somewhere so far away from home, which before for me was Atlanta, Georgia. I wanted to have something to remind me of home. I wanted to have an energy that reminded me of just like of safety, of comfort, of love, how I was used to receiving that. And I find that amongst my black community here, you know, and I love that. I actually feel like there's an even more closeness, more community, tribe-like feel to the people that I've met here that, you know, you might not always receive in the States because everyone's on go, go, go. It's kind of hard to connect. Here, the whole energy is pura vida, pure life, respect life, honor life, live your life, love life, you know. And people take a more relaxed approach to life, and because of that, you don't see as much hustle and bustle. You see more togetherness. You see more people making an effort to connect, even if they're strangers, you know. You see more family orientation here, and that is something that I just wanted to embrace. This is actually not my first time in Costa Rica. So let's give a backstory, right? I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, where I grew up, and then I moved to Atlanta, Georgia about 14 years ago, where I was also raised for the majority of like my adolescence up into adulthood. And I felt like my time in the timeline was expiring for me in Atlanta. I just did not really feel like I had anything left to do there. Like I needed to go into a new and a different environment and replant myself so that I could bloom, my dreams could bloom, my aspirations could be nourished on different land and different soil. So at 24 years old, back in October 2023, I came to Costa Rica on a work exchange program with the Brown Girl Yoga Tribe. Be sure to look them up. They do work exchange programs, they do retreats, the whole shebang. It was a very beautiful experience. It opened my mind immensely. I don't know if I would be living here if I did not have that community introduce me to this amazing country. So I went there in October, and I stayed for about 2 weeks where I was doing massage therapy. And during that time, we were able to drive down to Puerto Viejo, which is where we are now, and I freaking fell in love with the place. I fell in love with it, y'all. Like, I was like, I don't want a vacation here. I don't want a vacation. I want to live, and I will live here. I'll be back. And I went home. I immediately started selling my things in my apartment. I ended up breaking my lease. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to be living in the United States anymore. At that point, when I found my home, I was just like, it's just a matter of time. Of course, there were things in between that had to be figured out and done to make it a complete reality, but the reality had already happened here, so it was just materializing it. So I officially moved here February 3rd of this year. So I turned 25 in January. On January 20th, I'm an Aquarius. Where the Aquarius is at? Tap in the chat, my Aquarius is. And I'm a Pisces moon, so the Pisces, you can tap in. Your crybaby selves can tap in in the comments. Look, I want to. Anywho, I have been here for 3 months now. It is April. How long have I been here? February, March, April. Yeah, I've been here for 3 months now, and I am so grateful that I had the courage to make this jump. So let's get into why. I even did this. Like, obviously, I want a higher quality of life, and I felt like that could be cultivated here. You know, I was getting my mental and my emotional and my spiritual health together, my physical health together, but sometimes it's better to be in a state of bliss and peace when you have the environment for it. This environment, me personally, I feel like it promotes relaxation, it promotes femininity, it promotes just being in a state of bliss and openness, connectedness, not just with the people, but with the earth, with the elements, with the animals. Like, there is an energy that is just like, it's like this place was like untouched by too many human hands, and it has this very strong natural essence to it, and I feel so poured into here. I feel so energized because I'm constantly in nature. I'm constantly in the ocean. I'm constantly being kissed by the sun. These are all natural doctors, and I'm getting them on a daily basis, you know? So I find that I don't feel as energetically depleted as I did living back in America. You know, all the time it was like I rarely had enough energy. You know, I'm like I'm drinking matchas and shit to get energy, and I'm pulling energy from my fellow human instead of just like connecting, giving everything that does not serve me to the earth, and collecting all the things that does, you know, that is cultivated here, you know. And I absolutely love that about the space, because I feel motivated, inspired, creative, all the things, open to love, loving others, giving, receiving, resting, surrendering, doing. Like, I feel all the things, and I feel like I am kind of in a place of knowing what that balance feels like. Before, it was just like playing a game of catch up energetically that I was never going to be able to win, you know, because I'm always getting pulled, and there's just not enough energy to go around there, it felt like, in my opinion. I also love traveling. Oh my God, I love to travel. It's a love language for me. Traveling is a love language, you hear me? So being able to explore new places, expand my mind by not just going on vacation and visiting a place, but living there, learning what the culture is like there, getting acclimated to it, picking up some of the things, you know, picking up some of the language. I want to be fluent in Spanish. I'm working on that. You know, hablo un poquito de español ahora, pero I will soon, you know, I will know more soon. So it's just that, you know, I'm being forced to kind of expand the way I think, the way I eat, the way I am on a daily basis, just by living around people who do it differently than I'm used to seeing living back home in America. So I feel like, I know for a fact this is the beginning of a long journey of me traveling around the world and living in multiple different places around the world. Like, when I first got here, I was like a month in, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to Belize, I feel like I have to sit here because I have a mission here. I have a plan here. Like the divine is brewing something for me here. So it's just like, sit your butt down right now. So I'm being obedient in that. But I am still excited. I know I don't have to see the whole world in a week, but I'm really excited to visit Belize, potentially live there, maybe Panama, maybe Bali, maybe Morocco. Like, I have this dream of doing van life, like a van lifer. I want to live in a van. Hear me out, hear me out. I want to live in a van, and I want to do a whole van life tour through Europe. Like, that is a dream of mine, and I'm gonna document the whole experience when I get there. But yeah, like, traveling is just something like that is a huge why for me. I don't mind leaving America. That's never really even been like it's home, but you know, even in my soul, my ancestors know that's not home. So what can you do? Also, another reason is because I want to be that grandma, that cool ass grandma that's like, yeah, I remember when me and Gandhi was up on the mountain and and Fuji, and you know, we were over there meditating and talking to God together. Or, oh, I remember that time I freaking hiked Everest, or I visited the Great Wall of China, or I helped build a school for children in Kenya. Like, I want that. I want those stories. I want those life experiences. I want to have lived my life. I want to have lived it, felt it, experienced it, and I don't want to die with any regrets, you know? Hold on. Bug spray. You need this. You need this in Costa Rica. These bugs barely give a damn about the bug spray. This is my third coat. And this is the good shit. It's ridiculous. Anywho, yeah, I don't want to have any regrets. Not at all. So if that means that I'm going to have to put fear to the side to step out on faith and just freaking live my life, like figure out a way to provide for myself while I'm living abroad, so be it. So be it. A lot of people want to live a life like this, but they think it's impossible and they haven't even began doing the math on it, you know? You don't have to be rich to live in Costa Rica. I'll tell you, if you could come up with a way to make $2,000 and you living very decent off this $2,000, if you can find a way to make $2,000 a month passively, y'all, I'm not a math girly, but a week, that is, how much is that? 2,000 divided by 4. That's 500, 500, 500, 500. That's $500 a week. It's doable. You have to figure out how. You have to create an opening, a portal for which the money can flow through. But once you have that, once you have financial freedom, you can create time freedom. Once you have time freedom, you can begin actually like living your life. So let's get into how. Let's get into how I did this, you know, at 25 years old. 25. How did I manage to create enough financial freedom? Because I'm not rich. Financial freedom doesn't mean millionaire. Don't get it twisted. How did I create enough financial freedom for myself to the point where I could have time freedom? I got into the holistic wellness industry of massage therapy back when I was 21 years old, and that was during COVID. So I talk about this in more detail in other videos, and I'll post down below how, like, exactly what I do to like provide for myself, like financially while I'm here. But I'm not going to get too deep into that. If you want to watch that, click the link below and I'll leave that video here because it's even more depth. But I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur, and I worked as a massage therapist, and I was able to build a team of massage therapists and a sufficient enough clientele to where now I don't have to be a massage therapist. You know, I can contract out my therapist, and I can be anywhere in the world, and I still take a percentage from that. make money that way, you know, like being able to have digital products. And then even being here, like I'm starting to create programs, I'm starting to do solar retreats, like I am working with my community, connecting, collaborating, like doing all the things to the point where I can create other opportunity for myself. You know, just because I have a certain amount of financial freedom does not mean that I'm done, does not mean my purpose is fulfilled and I'm fucking retired. You know, that is not what it is. My purpose is not done until God says it's your time to come home. You feel me? So I am figuring out different ways that I could shape shift, and other creative endeavors that I can expand on, and just different ways in which I can use my abilities as a healer and as a creative and as a women's wellness advocate in general to grow, to create, to make more money, you know? So that is like where I'm at with that. And besides how I got here financially though, because I know that's always the question, well, what are you doing to make money? Well, are you gonna start a business today? Are you gonna stick with it? Like I can't help you do that. But I can tell you straight up that to make it a possibility to actually do something like this, because there are plenty of people that work from home that are still living in America because they don't have the audacity. They don't have the tenacity, they don't have the courage. And I'm not saying that to be mean or feel like I'm trying to hold anybody back or don't believe in da. This is just the truth, and these are also things that I had to cultivate for myself to get to where I am today. Like I had to become so courageous. I had to let go of so much fear. So much fear. I had to have literally no place in my mind, body, and spirit. Because faith had to take over. Like that is what I am living and breathing off of right now. Faith, audacity, courage, and tenacity, and the utter belief in myself. I believe in myself so much. I trust myself. I am learning to trust myself more and more every day as I'm expanding, as I'm growing, as I'm learning and doing things that I'd never done before. We are all gonna have learning curves. Just because we get older does not mean that we stop learning and growing and having to push ourselves past our fears, you know, heal ourselves from our traumas. Like it's not over until it's done. So that is like a really huge thing for me. Like just having the courage to be like, I have a dream on some Martin Luther King shit, and really standing on that dream, stand on that shit. This is your one life, yo. This is your one and only life as far as you are concerned. Here in this body, here on this planet, in this reality, you ain't coming back. And if for that reality to really sink in, like all of us have dreams. We all have things deep down we want to do, you know? If I could offer like advice, if I could just say the advice that I would have given myself way back when, you have to learn how to get logic to make love with faith. You have to get to the point where logic and faith are making love with each other, because you can't be doing things unlogically. So you got to know how to take something that is completely faith-based and take logical steps towards it until you have to fucking jump over the damn abyss. I really hope that this makes an ounce of sense. But this is the best decision I ever could have made for myself, personal development wise, self-trust wise, spiritually, physically, economically, communally, I don't know how you say that, you know, community wise, like across the board. And I just feel like if you deep down know that the life you're living is not the life that you desire, you got to stand on a dream. You can be so scared of how impossible the dream sounds that you allow your life to be dull, that you allow yourself to live a complete life without taking risk, you know, or doing what it really is that sets your soul on fire and that you were put here and created to do. Everything has a purpose. Ants have a purpose. These trees have a purpose. This damn shirt got a purpose. You can be out here pretending like God did not bless you with one, too. You know what you're supposed to do. You know what you love. You feel it in your soul. It's always there, lingering. You know, waiting for you to pay attention to it, waiting for you to believe in yourself enough to put it out there. Trust me, I'm a creative, I'm an artist, I'm sensitive about my shit. It took me time to even be able to be here sharing my voice. Like, to even make a leap like this took hella inner work. This is not something you do overnight. This is something that you have to, that's going to require you to face your fears. And that's the most beautiful part about it. It's like you're letting a certain part of you that does not serve you die so you can create the space for what does, you know, for what is next. You're not supposed to be one thing forever, probably, you know. You might not supposed to live one place forever, maybe. This is my experience that I'm sharing, but it doesn't, you know, equate to everyone, you know, and that's fine with me. But above all, stand in that truth. If it's gonna take you working your job for a few more years before you can support your passion, I feel that. I'm not recommending that anybody quit their day job, but do not quit your day dream either. Do not do that. I just feel like if we're gonna be here, let's do this shit for real. I don't know how else to explain it. If we're gonna be here, let's really go up. Let's really believe in ourselves. Let's really give it all we got. Let's feel into this experience. Let's be scared and do it anyway. Let's fucking love unconditionally, you know? Let's taste the sweet succulent fruits of life. Let's let things die. That's the natural nature of life. And let's wake up and do it all over again so we can live, not just be alive. But yeah, at 25 years old, I still have so much more to learn. And I feel like I'm putting myself through an accelerated course by testing fear and testing faith so frequently. I got a kink for it, you know. But above all, I hope that this video may have given y'all a little more clarity. Like I said, I have a few other videos as well that go even deeper into like, okay, financially, this is what it looked like. This is how much it costs. This is, you know, like all the other different technical things. Because I know we still got some logical people out there that are like, okay, sis, this was nice, but how? You know? But it really is a mixture between getting things together physically, but also getting things together spiritually, you know? Because like I said, it's very rich people out here in the world and they're not happy, you know? So you want to cultivate that happiness, cultivate that courage. You can't buy courage. You can't buy faith. You can't buy your purpose. You can't buy some of the most crucial things that you need for this journey. You have to face the darkness head on, you know? And be liberated because of it. So I'm immensely grateful for y'all. Yo, the channel is going up. Oh my gosh, like even you being here right now, thank you. I'm humbled. I'm so appreciative for you even being in this space. You are obviously either just here to support, which thank you, love you, or you are expanding your mind in a way. You are looking to challenge yourself, maybe move out of the country, just even see like, what the hell, like you feel like you're ready for something more and you're already taking the necessary steps to see what that would even look like. Don't stop here. Keep going, keep researching, keep reading, keep feeling through the things, keep listening to your intuition. It is your roadmap, trust me. I really am grateful for all of you. If you have not joined the tribe yet, if you feel like it's in alignment go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment down below. I'm not bougie, okay, maybe a little bit, but I reply to the comments. Okay, it's a safe space for questions. And I'll also leave my Instagram down below if you want to connect more closely on the socials. But until then, y'all, I'm just gonna leave y'all with this last snippet. Like, believe, dare to have enough audacity to dream the impossible dream that you are carrying inside of you, and have enough audacity and courage to run that shit. Because I believe you. I'm standing behind you tenfold. You know, if I can stand behind you, you can stand behind you, okay? But I love y'all so much, and until next time, peace and love. Bye.